Hey, what's up, everyone? Passage JAMZ here, back with another review, and today we're coming in with the latest album from that Mexican OT, Texas Technician. That Mexican OT is 25-year-old Virgil Rene Gasca, or Gasa, I don't really know how to pronounce it, from Bay City, Texas. So he's in my neck of the woods, and just released this newest album. I believe it's his third full-length album. This past Friday, as Blue Lips from Schoolboy Q, and I thought that was really interesting. 16 tracks and 40 minutes. A little bit of a parental advisory, viewer discretion advised, with the lyrics that I'm gonna be talking about. And usually I don't really do that with like, especially like if it's just cussing or whatever. But no, we have an interesting one on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say interesting, I mean shit. It's an absolute dumpster fire. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I mean, I knew who he is. I knew who he was previous to this album being released, with people showing me tracks here and there, hearing it at parties and stuff like that. And I thought it was interesting how, what caught my attention at least, was how he embraces Mexican culture, Texan culture. Not saying that I'm the biggest Texan or whatever, but I mean, I am Latino, and I've been living in Texas half my life. And I just thought that was interesting how he embraces that and he incorporates it very much so in his music. And I thought that's what, in my opinion, makes a lot of heads turn towards him, as he kind of stands out in that way. However, with this newest album, Texas Technician, I mean, I can't give it much credit, if any. The only thing I will say out of the 16 tracks is the only track that I like is track number 12, Twisting Fingers, featuring Moneybagg Yo. I thought that was the only track on the whole freaking thing that had some sense of drive, a sense of production, and other than like these shitty trap beats with generic trap drums, and then you just throw a little cymbal here and there, or some steady, fast paced whatever keys, and then you call it a day. No, this one actually had something, and out of everything. And unfortunately, this whole thing is flooded with features. And who might I say, or might I add, when your features are outdoing you, that's a problem. That's a really big problem. I think there's only two or three tracks on here. I believe it's only two tracks on here. No, I think it's three, that he is just himself, and it's just him rapping solo. But other than that, there's at least one or more features on every other track, and it's embarrassing when they are doing better than you. However, take that with a grain of salt, because features like the baby are on here. The baby the baby needed his paycheck, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why he's on that Mexican OT's newest album, Texas Technician. And it's also track number 2, by the way, point him out. And it just sounds like how you think it would. He doesn't want to be on it. Sounds like he's bored. Sounds like he just, got there to get his paycheck and get out of there. Which, might I add, I find it hilarious that the baby is on this album, and that Texas OT disses the baby and Kevin Gates in a later track, where he claims that these fools don't have a flow like me. Why that just goes to show that the baby doesn't even, like, he's like, whatever, just give me my paycheck. I'm out of here. I thought that was hilarious. But other than that, I mean, that Mexican OT, throughout the whole thing, it's very generic, very bland. It gets old really quick, and his lyrics are very outdated, disgusting, racist. And when I start throwing these up on the screen, pause if you will, to read them and go along with me as I abbreviate here. But the whole thing with, like, watching my Glock masturbate, my Glock bust so fast, watching masturbate. The whole thing about the, like, how, like, moms teaching their daughters how to cook, and like, oh, your mom didn't teach you how to cook, but you know how to blank. Like, it's just so disgusting, you know. I mean, I can't really get too into detail, because I do have, my family watches my videos, so like, it can't really get too into detail, but it is disgusting and racist. I got bling bling, so Miss Lil Ling Ling giving out happy endings. Come on, dude. That's fucking gross. That's so racist. And the whole thing about I got a bitch so good that even pop wanna hit, dude. No, I think I that was so bad. The more that I dove into the lyrics, and the more that I heard these tracks, I had to listen to it multiple times, which was absolute hell for me. And it's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. If anything, it got worse. And then even some of the features on this thing, like on the track "Chicken Strips and Ass" featuring Paul Wall, the bar and his verse where he claims to pour walk all over blank, and you're base. I mean, if you read the lyrics, you're basically admitting to either consensually or unintentionally or unconsensually drugging another person. That's not cool. Like, come on. You can't say stuff like that. And hold on, I'll get to that more in a minute. But what can rappers please stop comparing themselves to shit? Even though this album is a piece of shit, there's a track where he goes, "What goes in the toilet bowl? Shit, that's what I am." Oh my god. And then the very next bar, he goes to saying that bitch talking back, all she saw was the back of my hand. Nah, that's where I drew the line. That's where I draw the line. You can't say stuff like that anymore. Have there been rappers who have said stuff like that? Yes, but that was back in the early 2000s, late 90s, where people weren't held accountable for stuff like this. It was so cool to be, oh yeah, big macho man, yeah, yeah, abusing women and drugging them and calling them stupid and just straight up disrespecting them. And call me what you want. Call me a sensitive snowflake. I don't care. People need to grow the fuck up and hold rappers accountable, or not just rappers, but artists accountable for things that they say in their music. You might say, well, oh, it's just words. Wrong. Look at Young Thug. Look at YN Melly. Like, people who are getting locked up for things that they've been saying, it is possible. And they are being held accountable for things that they're saying in their lyrics. And it's just so bad. It's so bad. And then track number 15, Mucho Gracias, where it's like this whole somber, like you're supposed to agree with him, and like this heroic sense, like yeah, he's doing it for the people. He Yeah, he's a drug addict, but he's so stressed out. He has a kid on the way, so even though he's getting fucked up every day, he lives to see another day and bring us amazing music. Oh my god. And the line, "Oh, I'm writing these lyrics, tears are falling down my face," like as if he's adding something to the music industry. No, it's disgusting, it's racist, it's horrible what he's saying. And I am honestly shocked, disappointed. And I'm not saying like, if you like this, I mean, I know the only reason that people aren't talking about this is because he is mostly, how can I say, famous, and the music that people who listen to his music, and don't I'm not judging nobody, but are people who live this type of lifestyle. And take that however you will. I'm not calling people this or that, but I'll admit myself, if I heard this or this came out 5 years ago, I would have been like, hell yeah, this is the bomb. This is fire. This is straight fire right here. But no, unlike other people who need to grow up, I did. And I kind of didn't want to put this into the video, but I will. Times are changing. I have sisters. They're growing up, and just the lyrics. Seeing them, kind of maturing more and stuff like that really changes my view on these types of lyrics and stuff like that. I'm not saying that you can't have anything like that in the track, But when it's every single track, every other bar, it's horrible. I can't believe I wasted 10 minutes on this piece of garbage. And I'm giving that Mexican OT Texas Technician his latest album and hopefully his last a 0 out of 10. Don't I wish I could go back and unlisten to this thing, but unfortunately I I'm gonna just have to live with it. And hopefully no one else has to come across this shit. I'm not even gonna link his. I mean, who am I, right? I mean, I'm just some dude on the internet, barely starting out. I have a small following that I do appreciate. Like, share, subscribe. But I'm not even gonna link his album down in the description below. Hope you're all looking forward to the next review. Hopefully, it's something way better than this. And again, I'm so sorry, and unfortunately, I just wanted to put this out there because it needs to be talked about. Hopefully, you all are looking forward to the next review. Pass the jams out.